Hey, what's up, everybody? Shane O'Mac here with Just Win Bets, baby. Joe the Fan. CNBC reported that Illinois is raising the tax on sports betting, and FanDuel has announced that they're adding a 50-cent surcharge on all bets. And they're saying that DraftKings should be following suit soon. What are your thoughts about the 50-cent surcharge on all bets?
Well, before we even get to that, our executive producer, Mike, has forced me to wear this hat now. And you can see the white one. Of course, this is going to be going on sale soon, as well as the other colors. The one that you're wearing, the black, the white here. So I'm going to take it off for now. I can't wear this right here. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, I'll probably get fined for something. In regards to answering your question, I don't understand what FanDuel's doing. So take this for an example. If you have, of course, $100 bet, you're a $100 bettor, okay? So the winning percentage, and it's usually if you're betting the spread, is at minus 110, okay? And I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but with the winning percentage at 53%, right? So if the average price is at a minus 110, because we usually see a spread, we always said that you always want to get the best number from whatever book that you're using, but we're using FanDuel as the question here. So your average price is going to be at minus 110. So the number of wagers is $100. So without the 50-cent fee, okay, you're looking at a net profit of about $118. However, with the net fee, okay, so now that they've already passed this in Illinois, you're looking at $68 net profit. So that's a huge difference. Not to mention the ROI that you better see, which is the return of interest here, drops about 58%, 57.6, so 58%, if I'm doing the math in my head, due to the fee that we're talking about. So, and that's from a winning bet hitting at 53%. Not good.
No, it's not good at all. I mean, I think it's stupid they're doing this in the first place. Well, I saw that on the same CNBC article, they're saying that Illinois is raising the tax rate. It was at 15%. And now they're raising it to 40%, which is a huge increase on taxes there. I mean, that's a big increase on taxes on the companies. I get that. But at the same time, I looked this up. FanDuel last year alone made $6 billion. So they had $6 billion in revenue, just shy of it. It was like $5.8 billion, but still just around it, $6 billion in revenue last year. And so, I mean, they're not hurting for money. You see them commercials for them all the time. Every commercial break, there's a ad for FanDuel. How about instead of charging the customers, cut down your advertising a little bit so you can pay some more taxes than that instead of having commercials run all the time?
Well, maybe they made all that money from the Manning kicks in the Super Bowl or from Gronk. Just saying. But I guess another way that you could look at it is just add to the bet. So instead of making it minus 110, make it minus 115. If everybody has the same thing, then that covers all the bet. But if it's 50 cents per ticket, not good. Now, thank God it's only in Illinois, which I'm not trying to be mean, but what's the average? Do you actually think that the average bettor is betting $100?
Maybe in Chicago.
Maybe.
You got some high people in Chicago. There's a lot of rich people there.
That's true.
But it's, I think they would get less pushback if they just moved it to minus 115 because nobody wants a surcharge on anything. Like, you know how pissed off people get already when they're buying something on Ticketmaster and like the Ticket Trail concert says $39.99, and then by the time you actually check out, it's $85, right, for one ticket. So no one wants those surcharges. I think if they did it that way, where they just did like minus 115, where that's your extra 50 cents on a dollar. First of all, they would make more money because they're not just doing 50 cents per bet. That'd be 50 cents on each, 5 cents on each dollar, right?
Right.
So you'd be making way more over time, but I think there'll be less pushback. But in general, I mean, they have the profits, they have the revenue. They can do 40% of $6 billion is still over $3 billion, right? I think that's plenty of money.
There's no question about it. The CEO of Flutter, which is a parent company of FanDuel, the CEO, of course, being Peter Jackson. No, not the filmmaker. Okay, maybe it's another Peter Jackson. He writes, "It is important to recognize that there is an optimal level of gaming tax rates that enables operators to provide the best experience for customers, maximize market growth, and maximize revenue for states over time." I'm not going to read this whole statement here, but what is really interesting that he says is these operators do not contribute tax revenue to the state. We will not collect the newly announced transaction fee and do not offer the same levels of customer protection that regulated the operators provided. It sounds like he's asking you guys to go somewhere else. The way that I'm reading this.
It kind of does. And there's been other sports books that have came out. Like I sent you this. Bet US said put out a tweet and said like, hey, if you don't want these transaction fees, come bet with us. Like if you don't want to get gouged by FanDuel and DraftKings. But the problem is that FanDuel and DraftKings are number 1 and number 2 across the U.S. pretty much. They're the 2 biggest sports books, especially mobile sports books.
Absolutely.
So like they have a huge almost monopoly. I mean, there's other ones out there, but they're nowhere near the size of FanDuel and DraftKings.
Sure. So it may. I mean, and for the records, DraftKings has not done this yet, but I think they're leaning towards that way. Who's next? BetMGM.
Probably.
I mean, the way to save money there, you just cut Jamie Foxx. That's the way I see it. Now we like Jamie Foxx. Now he also goes and says that we are disappointed in the Illinois transaction fee that will impact lower wagering, recreational customers, while also punishing those operators who have invested the most to grow the online regulated market in the state, or in that particular state. In this case, it's Illinois. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, and what they just said there, it does affect your smaller unit bettors more. I'm not a unit shamer. Bet what you can. You don't want to bet more than you can afford to lose, right? So like everybody should gamble safely, right? I'm all for gambling. That's basically why we do this.
Sure,
but everybody should gamble safely. Never bet more than what you should, or what you can, what you're willing to lose, we should say, right? So I know I have friends that bet only like $2-3 on a game. If you're getting charged 50 cents on a $2 bet, that's a 25% tax on your bet.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but we'll make the math a little bit easier. I know our producer, Mark, needs a little bit breaking down, so I'll explain it to him this way. If you bet $1, but you're getting a 50 cents cut, you're only making 50 cents?
Yeah.
And it's not even that. If you're really paying 10 cents from the minus 110.
Yeah. So it's terrible for the bettor. Terrible. And I told you this before, like I do like these like lottery tickets, especially NFL season. I'll pick like every game, just like the spread on every game and like the over under on every game, and make this huge long parlay and throw like $2 on it. And if it hits, it'll pay out thousands of dollars. Obviously the odds of that happening are pretty low of getting all that correct. But I mean, that's getting charged 50 cents on top of that. And it cuts down your return on investment. It cuts down everything. It's terrible. I don't like it at all. And the thing that scares me is what's going to make it stop at 50 cents. I can see them. They say, "Hey, 50 cents. People are still betting. Let's raise it up to $1. See, they still bet." you know.
Yep. I know. Speaking of what you said, the quote unquote lottery. I know the queen of baskets. What she does during the NFL season is bet all the safeties to say no safety. And it actually, for all those games, and actually sometimes it comes up to like plus 116, and she hits a few times. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Speaking of lottery tickets, did you see that it's a college kid or just out of college? He's like 22, and he has like this. He put $13 down, and he's correct. He got the Eagles correct. He got he's got like 5-6 champions in a row correct, and now it's down to the he has the Oilers to win and the Thunder to win. Yeah, those two hit. It's like a $270,000 payout on like a $13 bet.
My advice to this kid: cash out, because we know that the Oilers aren't coming back.
I think the Thunder are going to win. I think that one's safe. I think the Panthers, especially after last game, the Panthers look so dominant. I would cash out, and the payout. I think he announced that the cash out after the Oilers won game 1. The cash out was like $120,000 or something like that. And I was like, I would have cashed out instantly on a $13 bet. That's a huge. That's a huge win.
Yeah.
He says he's going to let it ride.
No, there's no way Edmonton wins that. And you can timestamp this. And I'm not hoping that it you know, I wish the kid a bunch of luck, but this is business. This is business. So,
yeah, I mean, we both predicted Panthers in 6, right? So, and that looks like where it's leaning right now. So,
yeah, we're looking pretty good at that. But fans, tell us what you think this new charge from FanDuel, only in the state of Illinois for right now. You never know. Leave a comment on where you guys use what books that you use and where you're betting from. Maybe, and I've also heard this too, Shano, that they're, you know, doing these offline betting sites that they use. So, you know, but with that being said, again, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We are over 400 subscribers. We're still trying to grow our content. We've got some new logos that we're going to be showing on towards the end of the week that they just came out, and some more exciting news. So again, don't forget to hit that bell for a notification that tells us or tells you guys that the new video has come out. Until next time, see you later.